Hi, everybody. This is Alexander with Divine Reconnections. Decided to put this together. I've had a friend of mine who recently lost a loved one, and it made me think of how do we process losing someone? How do we process the pain and the emotions that we sit with and that stress? There's so much stress with losing someone, not only emotional stress, but especially if you're having to deal with the estate of someone and having to go through probate and all of the logistics that come with having to take care of finances and an estate and all of the things and traveling back and forth and homes and dealing with the operational logistics. It can be so stressful in the body to the point that there's so much inflammation that can develop in it, so much lack of sleep. So I just started to think about what can you do when you lose a loved one? What can you do to process that? You can begin to put your life back together, that you can begin to feel grounded again in those small ways, right? With those little small ways that you can do to reconnect yourself so your energy, your body doesn't go down this path of just exhaustion and disconnect and sadness, at least to prolong, because we all want to sit with that space, but we want to make sure that we can get ourselves out of it and back on our feet and back and moving and achieving. Because our loved ones, when we lose a loved one, they don't want us to be upset. They don't want us to stop thriving in our world. I definitely believe, especially I've had my amazing, beautiful relatives cross over to the other side. I know they've been on the other side. I know they're on the other side watching me, and they're my cheerleaders, and they are moving and shaking things on the other side to make sure that they give me the signs to keep going, and they're proud of me and they see me. And so I always feel for those that that lose someone, because I know what it feels like. I lost my father a couple years ago. I've lost my grandmothers a couple years ago who I was really close to. I feel those pains of feeling disconnected from and not having that family sometimes around you, being present with you. Or if it's a friend, I've had many of those. So I just started to think about what can we do to make it easier or to help the situation. And so one way I was thinking of was when you lose someone, it is so important to feel those emotions. A lot of times we try to bury those emotions, we try to bury those feelings and just keep going. But it's important to recognize the sadness. It's important to feel what you're feeling, feel the sadness, feel the grief, feel the depression, feel the loss, and sit with that loss, at least for a little bit. So that way you're processing that emotion. Your body has the ability to process it. Because the more you can sit with that emotion, the more you can process your grief and vocalize that I'm feeling grief. I'm feeling the loss of this person. I'm feeling all of these memories, all these things we did together, all these adventures we had. It's so painful they're not going to be there anymore. Really just being able to vocalize what you're feeling and vocalize the loss, vocalize the depression, vocalize the stress you're feeling and that you're struggling. It's so important to work through those feelings and to get the support to be able to do that, because no person is ever alone, especially if you've gone through a period of grief. It's so important to reach out and get that support. Reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, reach out to outside support to be able to help you with processing those feelings together, because you're definitely not alone. And there is support out there that wants to help you be able to move past through these feelings. You never lose the memory of losing someone. They're always there with you. They will forever stay with you. Their memory will forever stay with you. But we want to help you be able to realize the grief, feel the grief, and then be able to rebalance yourself and keep going. So that way you keep doing the beautiful work that you were destined to do here and that they wanted you to do as well. Because I definitely believe when someone crosses over, they become your spirit guide. They are on the other side. They are your advocate on the other side, and they want to see you succeed. So being able to process that emotion, so that way you can move through it and finally let it go within time. So that way it does get easier for you. It gets easier to maintain that loss, to have that loss. Something else you can do that is really important is relaxation techniques for your body. Because when you do lose someone, it can wreak havoc on your body, can wreak havoc and just produce so much stress for you. So little things that you can do for yourself that can really ease your body and just tell your body that you recognize the pain it's in and that you love it and you appreciate it and you appreciate the pain it's going through. And things that you can do are like salt baths and taking salt baths, taking some yoga classing, and just allow yourself to be in silence and move the body, right? Move that pain. Imagine that pain within you and allowing the yoga movements to move that pain. So that ways you can flow and allow it to flow through you so you can start processing it. I had a client that recently came in for a sound bath because she couldn't sleep. She had really trouble sleeping through her grief and she was exhausted. So we did a sound bath for her and it really helped lower her nervous system down. It really helped her calm all of her body down and allow her just to receive. And it really helped her sleep that night. So that's something, even having a sound bath could be so beneficial for someone who's going through grief, because it allows them to just receive and just process it, receiving with someone else, and with someone else holding the space with them so they don't feel alone. Movement also is so important to processing grief, right? Taking walks, doing exercises, going out in nature. I always say give your stuff to the mountain when you're feeling those pains and those emotions, because they're there to process it with you. And that ways you can be able to start to let some of this go, and so you can get back on your feet again and feel that loss. And then third thing I love to tell clients to do is clients are our spirit guides, right? Our families are spirit guides, friends are spirit guides. When they cross over, they become our champion. They are on the other side. I firmly believe that when I connect to my family members, who I know they are my own spirit guides, they are my own angels there. And when I need the support, I can connect to them, and I connect them to them through meditation. I connect to them in the mornings. I call in my grandmother all the time, who I was so close to, and I didn't even know very long, but I was so close during that limited time. And she is who I've picked up the intuition and the connections from. It ran in her side of the family, and she was so powerful. And so I bring her in every morning and I connect with her and I have a conversation with her as if she is here with me, as if she is in front of me. And that makes me feel connected to her. That makes me feel close to her. And so that's a great little way technique. I know it's not the same as them being here with you, but it does give you that connection to connect to them, to talk to them, because it makes you feel like they are here with you. They are hearing you. They're hearing what you're going through. And they are there on the other side, playing the chess pieces for you, moving the pieces for you to make sure that they help you in any way they can as they cross over on the other side for you. So just wanted to give that quick tidbit. I hope that helps for those that have lost someone and are struggling with the loss of someone. I hope those give you at least a little penny of an idea of what to do to help move the energy through and process what you're feeling. I'd love to hear your feedback. Love if you'd like a session, a sound bath session, please reach out to me. I would love to offer the support you. I'd love to hold the space for you and be able to help process those feelings with you. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening. Bye.